Hello and welcome to Insight here on Zodiac. This is a program that talks to different people who are making the news. This week we're speaking to the Minister of Information to talk to us about a range of issues, especially now where we're talking about the issues to do where the president is, when he's coming, and so forth, and also the state of affairs in Malawi. I'm your host, Teresa Temoikandanga. Honorable Minister, thank you so much for having the time to talk to us.
Thank you.
Maybe we could just start by talking about the elephant in the room. There's been a lot of talk to do with the president's whereabouts. I do know that there's a statement that the president is now coming back home, but maybe just talk to us since the UNGA meeting ended. What has been happening? Why is the president still in the US?
Thank you very much. What has been happening is that during the UNGA period, the president had met several people he wanted to talk to and discuss possibilities of assisting Malawi in various ways. So it would not be possible during UNGA period to meet all of them. So the agreement was that after UNGA, they meet separately. So that is what has been holding the president there. It couldn't be proper for him to come here first after UNGA and he said, now I'm going again to meet those people he had arranged to meet with. It would be costly, and even Malawians could not accept that. So he thought of seizing the opportunity that because he's already there, he has already spent money, so it would be proper for him to meet those people while there. So that is what has been holding him back there.
Maybe the absence of information on the specific meetings that the president has been holding has been the trigger of all the speculation that we've seen in social media. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, of course, there are a number of factors. To me, I see three factors. Number one is indeed that we did not come in time to tell the nation that UNGA has ended. But the president is not coming straight here to Malawi. I think that maybe it was an oversight, but because of other factors, we delayed. Had it been that we told the Malawians right away that no, the president is not coming straight, maybe people could not have gone as far as they have gone now. That was number one. Secondly, there is also sometimes there's a group of people, whether you tell them the truth or not, but they will remain skeptical. That is a fact. So those kind of people, they are difficult to convince, no matter what method we use, but they will remain skeptical because they have their own things that they are believing in. Whether you say 1 + 1 is 2, but to them it will be 3. So no matter how, what kind of theorem you prove to them, it will not go well with them. So that is number two. Number three, there are those who are looking at everything with a political eye. In everything you say, they politicize it. So I see all this happening because of these three factors. Yes, on our part, we were very late to disseminate information. We take the blame. But secondly, we are also looking at these other factors.
Right. So at what point did government know that the president would prolong his stay in the US? I'm imagining when he was leaving for the UNGA meeting, he already knew that I would finish off my duties in the US at this particular day and return on this particular day.
Yeah, of course, the time he was leaving, he had the normal schedule. That UNGA will finish on this date, and right away he will be coming home. That was what we all knew. But now, for these issues I've just mentioned, that he was supposed to meet different people, this just came toward the end of the time when they were about to finish UNGA. So it's when now he decided to remain behind to finish all those kind of assignments.
Honorable Minister, the UNGA meeting started on, he left Malawi on the 15th of September.
Yes.
The UNGA meeting ended on 23rd of September.
Yeah, exactly.
That was a couple of days, just from 15th or say 16th to the 23rd when the UNGA meeting would have ended. Just a couple of days. But he had planned to hold the meetings that you're talking about during that particular meeting. Now he has stayed in the US for at least 20 days. It's over 20 days, but at least 20 days. So did the president plan to hold those meetings that he has been holding in the 20 days, in the few days that he wanted to hold them in the first place, on the sidelines of the UNGA meeting?
Now, what happens is that when he started meeting these people, in the course of meeting them, it happened that this particular person or an organization could also mention that, why can't you meet Mr. So? Why can't we also meet this organization? So that is what has been happening. So now, upon being told to meet this other organization, then they could make some calls, calling that another organization. So those organizations could say, okay, why can't you give us 2-3 days so that we meet? So you see, time is going now. When they meet with this group, you could also say, okay, let me also meet this other group. So it had been shifting, meeting this one, meeting this one is referring to that one referring to that one. So all this have contributed to long stay in the States.
I'm getting the impression, Honorable Minister, that the people that the president has been meeting must be very important people that would make a president of a whole country wait or change his schedule just so they can't get accommodated in his stay in the US. Who are these people that the president has been meeting?
Of course, definitely, I'm not very sure who exactly they are, but honestly, these are important people. Important not in the status, but important in the status of our economy. Because, you know, in our country, we are facing a lot of challenges. One of them being this security hunger problem, and we have water shortages, shortage of drugs. There are quite numerous challenges that we are facing. So, if one weighs the two, the importance of the person to meet, or the outcome of that meeting, you say, what is it that we are going to benefit more? Sometimes we say beggars have no choice. You can bow down where you are not supposed to bow down, just because you see there is something very important that is coming out of this meeting that will be beneficial to my people. So that is exactly what happened. It's not a thing of who is he meeting, but now what is it that we are going to benefit out of the meeting.
So will Malawians be told who the president was meeting, what he was discussing with them, and of what benefit that would be to the country?
Yeah, definitely. When he comes on Sunday, there is that arrangement. He's going to meet the people at the airport, at the small stadium there. He will outline all the meetings he has been holding, what he has been discussing with the people there, and what is the benefit that Malawi should expect from those meetings. He's going to inform Malawians.
Considering that there was so much interest from Malawians to know what the president was still doing, the business that he was still conducting in the US, wouldn't it have been imperative for the president to inform his information minister, yourself, sir, to inform Malawians of what he is still doing there, the people that he's meeting, so that all the anxiety that we have seen in the last few days would die down?
Yeah, truly, that is what all Malawians have been expecting for, that the president could have communicated, meeting this and that. But you can also agree with me that second-hand information is not always reliable. I can tell you something, but the way it will be related there at the far end, it will be totally distorted. So because of that, we felt that no, the president should come. When he comes, then he should say exactly what he said to them, what they said to him exactly, other than using a second-hand person or a second channel. No, we felt that that one may cause some problems in the process.
Mm-hmm. When the president comes, he's going to address people, you're saying, at the airport?
Yes, yes.
So it is now for sure that he's coming on Sunday, because I'm asking this.
Mm-hmm.
You earlier on
Mm-hmm.
had confirmed he was going to come over the past weekend,
Mm-hmm.
which never happened. Now there's this information he's going to come this coming Sunday and he's going to address the people at the airport.
Yeah,
is
definitely.
this for sure?
This is for sure. The president is coming, the itinerary is out, and for sure is going to address people at the airport, that is small stadium. People will be gathered there, and you'll be assured that the president has outlined whatever he has been doing there. Malawians are going to hear from him. And also, he will open up for questions, for people to ask, Mr. President, we have been waiting for you, we have been missing you. Can you tell us why? Have you been in in USA for such a period? People have that liberty to ask the president.
Right. Honorable Minister, when was the last time you spoke to the president?
We do speak on daily basis, and the last time I spoke to him it was yesterday, when we were confirming all the program for Sunday. Yeah, so last time was yesterday.
So when you spoke to him, when you were speaking to him, amidst all this talk on social media, what was his reaction to all this?
Yeah, his reaction was, it's not a strange thing. It's not the first time. You remember the time Lady Bingu was also somewhere. People insinuated that he has died. So this is not the first thing for Malawian to create such stories. So it did not alarm him. At the same time, he just felt sorry that Malawians can go at that extent of insinuating or not wishing well their own president. And for example, in Zimbabwe, they even published in the newspaper that breaking news, the president is normal, the president of Malawi is confirmed that he has died. It's a thing that you just feel sorry, that why Malawians should we be doing that? But we are in a democratic world. Everyone has his own right.
There was one rumor that the president had fallen ill while he was in the US.
Yeah.
True or false?
False. You remember it was during Unga period that they were saying, no, the president has critically taken ill and he has been rushed to a dispensary. And if you remember very well, the same day he was on air, same day, same night, he was meeting with other people and it was on air. So we said, what is it? People are saying he has been taken ill, he's in hospital, yet he's there on the screen. People are able to hear him, he's still sound energetic and healthy, and we just wonder why people are insinuating like this. So when they started now this time around that no, he's dead, he's confirmed he's dead, we just say no, that is what has been there already. And I don't know what these people are going to say when they are going to meet him, because they'll see how healthy he is, no loss of weight, he's just as normal as he went. So I don't know. I am waiting to see what will be their reaction.
I know that the topic of the health of the president is something that we really don't talk about in our small democracy in Malawi. But probably maybe it's time that we began to talk about these issues. Speaking about our president, and at his age, probably you would expect that once in a while he might have to go for checkups and so forth. Wouldn't it have been the case that maybe while in the US he would have taken advantage of this particular trip to also undergo some checkups? It could be regular checkups, it could be scheduled checkups. Wouldn't he have taken advantage of that? Didn't he go for any checkup?
To my knowledge, no. He never went for that. But as I've already said, that people have reasons behind whatever they are saying. But it was said that the president had a time to go for checkup in the US. That much I don't know. But we have never heard of that. So we even wonder where these people are getting this information from. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If the president had fallen ill or falls ill at some mm-hmm. point mm-hmm. During his presidency, would your government inform Malawians?
Oh, definitely, because the president is just like any other person. And a human being, we are prone to falling sick. So it's not a case to fall sick. It's not something that you can be ashamed of. No. Malawians deserve to know every step their president is going through. So if that happens to him, definitely we need to inform the nation so that some people will be praying for him, some people will be well-wishing him. Yes, that would be the normal way to go. There's no reason for us to hide that the president is not well.
Is there any health condition that we should know that our president has? Is there any health condition that we should know as a nation that our president has this particular health problem?
As far as I know, there's nothing I know. Maybe it's a private thing, but with me, I don't know any kind of disease that we can say he has this problem. Maybe I don't know in his body. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know.
You would agree with me, Honorable Minister, that we are coming from a time where a president collapsed mm-hmm. At State House. Yeah. And the DPP government mm-hmm. Gagged journalists, and they wouldn't release information even up to the time that the president, we were sure international media were reporting that the president had died. But the DPP government was still not providing the information. Don't you think that coming from that particular background, the DPP government, which is now in office, should open up a bit more about these issues, to begin to talk about these issues more, other than to appear to continue with that legacy?
That time, indeed, one would expect that when it happened, the same time, they could have announced. But they tried, because that was, it came as a shock. So sometimes, when someone collapses like that, you don't start right away saying, pronouncing that he's dead until the doctors pronounce it.
Wouldn't they have said that the president has fallen ill?
Yeah, definitely they could have said that the president has taken ill. That would be said. But to go to extent of saying he's dead, I think that would be too much until he was pronounced by medical doctors. So in that state, I think, yes, we need to bear with them, that it was the first time everyone was in that shock. You couldn't believe, is this true what we are hearing? Is this true what we are seeing? That was the shock they were in.
Another report was that the president may have been on holiday in the US. And considering that he is someone, a president who has never been on holiday, at least we don't know that if he has ever been on holiday, because he has never announced that. In the 2 years that he has been in office, he has never been on annual leave. Wouldn't it have been okay for the government just to announce if that was a leave?
Yeah, if it was a leave, definitely that could be announced. But from my knowledge, he hasn't gone for holiday. No. You are right to say that these 2 years and some months, he hasn't taken any leave. We are passing through tough times here in Malawi. And at the same time, we have to go into the mind of Malawians. You see, this time around, I remember there was a time being went for holiday. People talked a lot. Why is he going for holiday? Yet there are these problems here and there. So the president had decided not to take leave or holiday during this period until such a time where now he feels that now this time at least things are a bit okay. Then he will tell Malawians that now I want to take leave. Because as a human being, as any other civil servant, he's entitled to leave.
So going by that reasoning, probably because the challenges that we have now may go on for quite some time, and if that's the reasoning of the president, probably he might not even go on leave for the first term that he is in office.
No, I believe that there will be a time whereby he will definitely think of taking leave. As a human being, you cannot work the whole 5 years without taking leave. That is not normal. As a normal person, definitely you wish some time to have a time to rest, to reflect on other issues, to give the body a chance to rest. I believe that time will come.
Before the UNGA meeting, the Minister of Foreign Affairs had announced that the government would inform Malawians after the UNGA meeting how many people had gone to the UNGA meeting and probably the budget around that as well. We haven't heard that information until now, probably because the president was still not in. When are we getting that information, considering that last year hundreds of people went?
Yeah, definitely there is a difference this time around and last year. Last year, yes, there was that large group which went, but this year the president was very strict. Because what happened last time, the president was not even aware of some people who went there. They were just agreeing at the ministerial level that no, I want to go to UNGA. I want to go to the. Sometimes you wonder, why do you want to go to UNGA? What contribution are you going to make? What significance is it for me to go to UNGA? So, but people took advantage of saying whether they wanted to get some money. They went there. And the president was even shocked when he was told the figure that the people were releasing. He was not aware of that. So this time he made it a point that I don't want you, minister, to sign for anyone to follow me. No. So this is what has happened. And for the number that went there, this Sunday, they are going to announce right away on the at the airport upon his arrival. Yeah.
So right now we don't know the number yet. Would your office know?
Myself, no, but the press officer for State House, they have the figure. Yeah.
And in terms of the budget?
That as well, it's them.
Right.
Yeah, we are not yet given.
Okay. Honorable Minister, let's talk about the issues to do with Malawi in general, the state of affairs. It does seem to an ordinary Malawian that we are in a mess. Water is a problem, a huge problem. Electricity is a big problem. You talk of food. You mentioned earlier on, we are facing a crisis in terms of food availability in Malawi. What would be your assessment of the state of affairs?
Right. It's a fact which cannot be denied that we are in this situation. Everyone knows the situation we are in is not conducive. It's not good. We have mentioned this hunger problem. We have mentioned this electricity problem, water problem. There are so many challenges which are there, which are evident to everyone. Now, in my own assessment, if you will talk about electricity, the problem was that people in the past, starting from the time we graduated from being under the colonial masters, that is the time we could have started thinking of the future. Because that time there were just a few people in the country. And we were just relaxing without thinking of tomorrow, what will come. If the population is going to treble, if the population is going to double, what will happen with the resources we are having? But it seems we were contented with what we had. All the government that have been there. Because it's unfair to just point fingers on this government. Because these are recurrent problems. They started from there, and now they have come to climax here.
No, but unfortunately, Honorable Minister, your government is in control right now.
Exactly. we are in control, but the problem have not been created now. The problem, they are from there. I'm citing an example of electricity. Electricity, we have been seeing that we are only relying on Mtedzani and Nkula. All these years, we have the lake, we have the rivers, we have so many rivers here in Malawi. But I don't know why we kept to ourselves that no, the Mtedzani and Nkula, they are the only main source. Why? Somewhere we need the collective effort. Collective effort not only on the political side, the parties, but everyone. We need to open up, that everyone should come and let us think together. As we think together, let us forge forward together. But what is happening is that in Malawi, we can say that we are politicizing too much. Mm-hmm. If it was in a class, I could say Malawi, we have done 95% politics. Very good. We are very good at that. But now, that time is over.
Right.
Because we cannot continue in this one. What is needed now is to think critically on development.
Right.
How can we graduate from the situation we are in?
Mm-hmm. One thing that people have attributed the current problems, for example, in terms of electricity, politicians have been blamed quite a lot. In that they have been influencing the operations of ESCOM or the water boards, to the effect that they milk these organizations so much that they do not have any more resources to invest into the future, which is why maybe we lack resources to look into what the problem is right now and develop solutions from there. What would you say to that?
That is a scapegoat. I don't 100% agree with that. Because, you know, those people who are manning those, they have been to school. And they were trained in this field. Mm-hmm. So if they have been doing that, that is a failure on their part as well. Not only this, the two can be blamed. If the politicians have been doing that, and these ones have been accepting that, them too are to blame. Because, for example, I am in this office. Why should I allow someone to come and say, no, I want to take this one to my house, yet I'm in charge? No. It means, one, I'm a failure. I'm not capable to be in this office.
But the politician in this case is considered to be the boss of whoever is at ESCOM.
But you know, sometimes I'm saying, I'm not agreeing with that, because sometimes it's a sweeping statement. It's a scapegoat. We want to hide behind someone. Yet I'm failing to discharge my duties, but I will hide on someone. So this has been a song throughout all these years, that no politician, but have they ever come forward to say this politician? You never hear that. Why are they hiding? If they are for the good cause of the country, why hiding? Mm-hmm. It means if there is that, then it's a shared blame. Maybe this one is benefiting, this one is also benefiting. So you cannot just blame on one side. Them too are to blame, because they are professionals. As professionals, they need to act professionally. Right. So I can assure Malawians that DPP is in control of all the problems.
Honourable Minister, thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.